and grateful day. Happy Thursday. Today is absolutely a very special day. We actually have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Don Thompson, the president, actually coming into town for tonight's Thursday event. So I'm fired up. I apologize. We've literally been setting up a ton of things in the background for the leadership, getting the food, getting the tables, get everything situated so we can have an incredible experience for everybody this evening. So for those in Southwest Florida, if you know anybody in Southwest Florida, make sure you tell everybody what is going down this evening. So with no further ado, dreamers, it's good to see everybody. Cedric, hello, happy Thursday. Today's topic, I want to get into a very simple, nice, short and sweet one, because I know we've all got a packed out day. And today we're getting into the 5 tips, the 5 pieces to go ahead and guide each of us to success. Cedric, you already know I got you. We can definitely jump on a call as soon as we get off here. Love it. So what's everybody grateful for coming into today? Let me know. Let me see it down below. Grateful to be alive. So grateful for God to be able to grow and get access to the information. You know, again, there's guys like, the president that's literally coming out tonight, and it makes me think about how many jobs can you guys think that you ever worked, that you've actually had the opportunity to meet the CEO, to actually be able to meet the president, and not just be able to meet them, but be able to actually have inner circle conversations, to be able to see the vision of where they actually truly see everything going and know they're truly here for people over profit. So it's amazing to see. I love it. So let's get into it today, fam. A lot to be grateful for. And I've got five keys, 5 tips to go ahead and guide us towards success. Number 1 is going to be the test, okay? Understanding that nobody is really great at doing anything when we first start. I wasn't great at speaking. I wasn't great at social media. I wasn't great at throwing events. But I can tell you every one of these pieces, I started with just testing it out. I started testing and putting myself out there on social media to start speaking. I started testing, throwing events. And I can tell you, nobody showed up to a lot of them, even till this day. We still do events where, sometimes when we travel, not a lot of people show up. And it is a part of the game. Even going to new markets where people who have never even thrown an event yet, we see it all the time. But this is how you grow. We can think about the what ifs on how everything could go wrong all day long, but the way we truly actually get in the field and get the experience is where the magic happens. So I started saying, you know what? Let me go from sitting in the back to let me start learning how to speak, how to do the presentation. Let me start learning about social media. Let me just start testing it. And in all of these different skill sets along the way, we start to get better, right? They don't get easier. We just get a little bit better. So number 1 is be willing to go out and test. Okay, that's number 1. Every area, nobody that you see that's great, I can guarantee you they all started testing out the waters and see what best fits them. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, the second huge piece of this is going to be fail. Okay, you see, in school, I believe a lot of us, we've been programmed to not fail in life. Mainly because going to school, we would get in trouble if we got an F on our report card. But you see, in entrepreneurship, it's a little bit different. When we come out and we get an F in entrepreneurship, it actually is a good thing, because the acronym for FAIL is your first attempt in learning. Write that down. So failing is actually not a bad thing. It's needed to be able to go ahead and develop our skills, beat on our craft, and actually see, what are we good at? You know what? Maybe I'm actually good at speaking. Maybe I'm better at writing. Maybe I'm better at really being a creative behind the scenes. So you start to actually see how you fit these pieces of the puzzle together. Jordan, it's great to see you. Okay, so fail. Be willing to go ahead and fail. Nobody was the best speaker. Nobody was great inside of this industry. They all learned. They all developed skill sets along the way. Yes, people have strengths. Yes, people have weaknesses. But as you start to get inside of this industry, you'll start to realize that we can learn from a mentor's failure. We can learn from somebody who's already been through the walk that we're looking to go ahead and go through, which can save us a lot of time, energy, and money. So don't be afraid to fail. Okay, number 3, the next piece is going to be learn. Learning is one of the most important pieces when it comes to this process. And the reason is very simple. The moment that we stop learning is the moment that we potentially stop earning. I learned this a long time ago. I can see it time and time again, how many individuals that I've been able to really see make a lot of money, make a little bit of growth, and what ends up happening is some people, they end up losing it. Yeah, hold on. Let me get a loan out of here. Give me a second. Hold up. 1 second. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. They want to go in and stop the sauce. All right, see ya. Alone. Later, my brother. As you guys start to grow, you're gonna get distractions. You're gonna get people that pop out of the cracks to go ahead and distract you when you're learning, when you're getting new information, when we're doing something different. But I always understood that those that can really pierce through the noise are really gonna be able to continuously grow. And how many of us do we know that as we continue to level up, so many people, they stop learning? We get out of school, I don't know if you guys know, but when they say the average person, when you get out of college, they read maybe 1 or 2 books again for the rest of their life. They stop learning. They stop learning new skills. They stop investing into information because they think they don't need it anymore. And I've realized time and time again, the more that we invest back, the more that we put into ourselves and into our brand, it's always going to come back 10x. So that's number 3, learn. 4 is improve. The name of the game is being able to improve. In fact, when you look at somebody, even like Mr. Beast, who's put out thousands of pieces of content, and he can tell you himself, a lot of what he's learned has came from trial, has came from error, has came from just beating on his craft and realizing that, you know what, I can do nothing but improve on each video. If somebody has something negative to say, well, guess what? I can use that to go ahead and tweak it for the next one. I can utilize what's working. I can take off what's not. But this is why he's gotten to the #1 YouTuber in the world, because he was willing to go out and continuously improve. And look at anybody. I don't know if you guys know it, but the Nike logo, that was not the first initial logo that was ever created. In fact, Nike went through about 17 different logos before we see the actual famous check mark that we see today. So the name of the game is always about improving. The principle of Kaizen, 1% growth every single day, right? That's huge. And the last but not least, the 5th piece to go ahead and guide each of us to success, number 5, is going to be re-enter, right? After we go out and we start putting out content, we start networking with new people, we start to go ahead and build our brand, we start to go ahead and throw events. Well, now that we improve, we know, you know what? Maybe we can go ahead and have a little bit of food. So I'll give you a perfect example for our events, right? At the beginning, when we started throwing events, we didn't have any food, we didn't have any drinks, we didn't have any tables set up. So as we started to get better, we started to say, you know what? Let's invest a little bit back into the food. Let's get some drinks. Let's get a nice actually event room that we can invest in every single week to really get people experiencing what it is that we have. So all of these stages we got to go through, and it's a beautiful thing. Some people like Kai and Drastic have doing this. Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time. They go ahead and they get better and they get back into the game with more knowledge, more wisdom, more confidence. And this is how you see some people, quote unquote, taking quantum leaps. It's because they just followed these 5 steps. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value from today. A travel to content. Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of value. This is 5 tactical pieces that any one of us can utilize right here, right now. So I love you, fam. If you are in Southwest Florida, remember, we have Mr. Don Thompson, the president, right here in the area. I'm so fired up because this isn't normal that you actually have the president coming out to see what it is that we're doing. And because we're making so much noise over here, this is why he's like, you know what? I gotta see this Southwest Florida market. So if you're local, you are in for a treat this evening. So I love you, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's have a blessed day. Anything you need, we got your back. And let's go out, turn these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's go.